Ladies and gentlemen, we're deep in the creek here, North Carolina, and we're looking at some of these crazy artifacts that washed up. A lot of this is recently washed out because of the big storm that happened. But what I see here is a mural of mammoth. Mammoths, the trunks are kind of starting on the left-hand side here. And if you look at some of these in certain ways, they resemble mammoth heads, but they're also human faces as well. You can see all the weird designs and swirly markings and things on this. This is all intentional. This is the side that was buried down into the ground. And I know we're going to be able to see a lot more on camera. It looks like we have another handprint. We're always finding these handprints on here. I think that's what we have here. Oh yeah, 100%. It's the large handprint this time. So I believe that these little splotches are representing the eyes. If you're looking at all these different eyes coming out, let's take a look. We could have it, you know, there's not really an upside down because the art is all different directions, but for some of the easier images, we could have it upside down. We could be looking at a bird here. That's what I think I see with the beak of it right there, the bird's eye and the body of the bird right here, placed pointing this way, of course. This is just the head right here. Let's look at it like this. Really nice one. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's Sunday. I love all the little carvings on here. I don't know what that could be. On the top, it looks like a bird here. That eye is coming out very well. I just can't really tell what it might be. You guys let me know what you might be able to see here. You know, there'll be human faces in a weird style. So I think this one's really cool. We can take a look at the other side if you'd like. It's super big and heavy, as you can see. Oh. So let's see if we can make some more sense out of this side. So on the top, I see what looks like a cowboy hat. So let's start off on the hat. Never seen a cowboy hat on a character, so the one that I'm seeing is kind of looking right at us. Let's go ahead and look at it in a different way, because I can't tell what that might be. I do see, if you look right here, all the white markings, looks like it's kind of like circles or something done in there. All right, that's enough for that one. Let's take a look at this one here, guys. This is a really nice portrait that you might be able to see pretty easily if I can zoom out just a hair. There we go. So just on the interior of the stone, I'm seeing the mouth and the nose and the eye here. This is a painted piece of quartz. There's a lot of gateways. The gateway examples are these painted quartz pieces. They're the ones that you see into the ground there. As you can see, the creek is super high, so there's not a whole lot of, it's slim pickings right now, folks, slim pickings. I'm just gonna have to be stuck onto the bank here, and that's okay. There's so much on the bank to be found as well. Everything here is a tool of some sort. Sorry about my focus, guys. Came all the way out here. I thought I'd just try to make a video, but I don't really have a whole lot to show other than some of the things that, you know, you guys have already all seen before. But every single stone out here is, you know, a little blade, a little bird head, and also this is a really nice little bird effigy. So you can see how it just resembles like a little chicken. It's just a flat piece of stone. And its little head is over here. Let me zoom in just a hair there for you so you can see it. See how it's got that little weird beak, the recessed beak we call it. Just a little bird token. Looks really good like a bird like this to the right. Well, this is a keeper. Just the littlest ones that you can, that you find out here can be really neat. Got a big spear point here you can take a peek at. And then we have a classic. Let's take a look at the classic first here. So these guys, they are all over this site. They're kind of like you put your hand over them. It helps you to see the image there. You can point them at you to see both both eyes of the face. You can see how looks like an angry guy, right? There's also just a little one on the bottom too. And we'll move this one around a little bit. See some other ones. Looking at the yellow for like a painting of some sort. Here we have some things. It's hard to see what it is though, because it's 10 or 12 different things. But really nice one anyway. And then our big old hunk of spear point here. Super cool. You can see how the blade edge is done here. Just a prismatic shard or a knife, but you could definitely half that. All right, folks. Don't know really how much more I have to show. I think I'm just kind of walk around and hang out, enjoy the site a little bit. We can see the eye done really well right here. So if you look closely where the eyes should be, you'll see the paint and everything for it there. And just in the white looking away, this is the nose. There's some really nice ones on here. If you look at the end, right at this red section, when I zoom back out here, you can see how there's little circles. If you're into being able to see the art, you can see how there looks like there's a sun, there's a little symbols and stuff in here. It's hard to describe them all because it's hard to see them all. But when you're into the art, you can see the patterns that are placed onto the stone here. You can see how there's zigzags and markings. Might be completely invisible to you until you learn it though. I feel bad because I want to show you guys some more stuff. There's plenty of stuff here. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look around. I did put that little tiny bird in my pocket because I want to keep him. But every little tiny nub here is kind of special in its own little way. So, bird heads, different types of bird heads, round bird heads, pointy bird heads, full birds. This is the Carolina Classic, the heart-shaped bird that you oftentimes see. And he's also like a big nose, big chin fella, which is also a North Carolina Classic. It's just something that you see everywhere. And on this edge, there'll be the bird here. You can see how the white spot for the eye is done at the top of the head. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the sand off, but I don't know if we'll be able to see the color as well. There we go. So now you can see the color of the bird a little bit there. And when you point him this way and get the angles correct, you can see the way he pops out. On this side, it'll be the big bird head. So you can see how it resembles a duck head or a goose head. And you can see how these lines are done. See how there's a gap? You close that gap to where it's all smooth. And that's how that goose head comes out. Hopefully you're seeing the recessed beak of the goose head. So every single stone here has that same characteristic. Full bird on one side and bird head on the other. And we can do it with every single one, but it gets a little bit tiresome. Some of them are owls as well, and it's hard to say anything about anything. There's a bird head printed on the ends of the stones here. But it's hard to say, you know, something is always with this art because it's always different. It's art. It's creative. As you guys know. So, we can go ahead and take a quick gander at some of these. Next video, once the water goes down a little bit, take a look at some of the neat stuff that's under here. You might see some little faces poking out of the ground. If you look right in the middle there, you can see almost like the man's just looking down. There's a bunch here in this one little area. And the way that they did them, oh, there's one right there, like a Mayan Olmec looking one. What is this, guys? It seems like it should be easy to see this. Is that a bird head on the top here? No. It's hard to say. I can almost feel like once it pops out, it's going to be quite apparent. Well, all right, folks. Yep. I think that's all. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.